The Secret of the Starry Envelope. Once upon a bedtime, in a quiet village nestled between the whispering woods and a sleepy stream, there lived a curious 4-year-old girl named Kitty. She had shiny black hair that bounced when she skipped, and a pair of sparkly eyes that seemed to notice everything, like the way flowers tilted toward the sun or how the wind whispered secrets to the leaves. But Kitty's favorite thing in the whole wide world was mail. She loved the idea that letters could fly from one place to another, carrying messages, love, and even magic. Every morning, Kitty would peek out her window to watch the postman ride his red bicycle past her house. Sometimes he stopped with a letter for Mama or a package for Grandma, but never anything for Kitty. That is, until one starry evening. A mysterious delivery. That night, Kitty was just brushing her teeth when she heard a soft blink against her bedroom window. She tiptoed over and peeked outside. There, sitting right on the windowsill, was the most beautiful envelope she had ever seen. It was deep blue like the night sky, with tiny stars that glittered like real stardust. Right in the center was her name, to Kitty. She gasped.
A letter for me?
Kitty carefully opened the window and reached for the envelope. It shimmered gently in her hands, almost as if it were breathing. She ran to her cozy reading chair, curled up with her teddy bear, and opened it with the slowest, gentlest tear. Inside was a tiny folded note that said, "Dear Kitty, we've seen your twinkling eyes and kind heart. You've been chosen to help a very important mission. Follow the sparkle trail at bedtime. Your star friend." Kitty blinked. A star friend? A sparkle trail? She looked around, and doh! A faint trail of glowing sparkles was drifting through her bedroom door and down the hallway. Without thinking, Kitty grabbed her flashlight, tiptoed past Mama's room, and followed the shimmering lights. The secret sky stairs. The trail led her into the backyard, where something even more magical waited. A spiral staircase made entirely of glowing stars floating in the air. The first step twinkled with a soft hum,
Kitty, are you ready?
whispered a warm voice from the air. Kitty held her teddy bear tightly and nodded.
I think so.
She climbed. Step by starry step, Kitty rose higher and higher past the apple tree, above the rooftops, beyond the sleepy clouds, until she reached the night post office in the sky. The night post office. It was a giant floating building made of silver moonbeams and star glass. Soft music played as envelopes zoomed in every direction like gentle shooting stars. Owls wore tiny mail hats, sorting letters with their wings. Shooting stars carried packages in glowing satchels. And right in the center stood a smiling figure.
Welcome, Kitty. I'm the Star Postmaster, and this is where we send messages of hope, love, and dreams to children everywhere.
He swept his arm wide. Kitty's mouth fell open.
You deliver dreams?
The postmaster nodded.
Yes, but tonight we need your help.
A letter that needs love. The postmaster handed her a new envelope. It was dull and gray, with no sparkle at all.
This letter is very special, but it's lost its magic. It needs someone with a gentle heart and bright imagination to help it shine again.
Kitty held the letter. It felt heavy, like it was full of feelings.
What does it say?
Only you can find out.
The postmaster smiled. Kitty carefully opened the envelope. Inside was a crumpled note that read,
I'm lonely. No one wants to play with me at school. I don't have any friends. I wish someone could hear me from me.
Kitty's heart squeezed tight.
This is a sad letter.
The postmaster nodded gently.
But if you write back with kindness, you can light up the sky.
Kitty thought for a moment. Then she picked up a glowing pen from the table, smiled softly, and began to write. Kitty's letter of light.
Dear you, I hear you. I want to be your friend. Sometimes I feel lonely too, but we are not alone. There's always someone who cares like me. You are special, just as you are. I hope this letter makes your heart feel warm. Your new friend, Kitty.
As she signed her name, the envelope burst into color blues and purples and golds like the northern lights. It floated gently into the sky and zoomed off like a comet. The whole post office clapped.
Well done, Kitty. You've sent a letter of hope. That's the greatest magic of all.
A gift from the stars. As a thank you, the postmaster handed Kitty a small, star-shaped envelope.
Open it only when your heart needs it most.
Then, with a soft whoosh, Kitty found herself back in her bed, the cozy blankets tucked around her, her teddy bear snuggled close. The star envelope sat beside her pillow, still glowing faintly. The next morning, Kitty blinked in the sunlight and sat up. Had it all been a dream? But there it was, the starry envelope, glowing softly, with a tiny smile drawn on it. She smiled too. At breakfast, Mama handed her a surprise.
Look, Kitty, you got mail.
Kitty tore it open. It was a hand-drawn card from a girl in her playgroup who had just moved to town.
Hi, Kitty. I'm new and a little shy, but I think you seem nice. Do you want to be friends?
Kitty grinned from ear to ear. That night, Kitty opened the star envelope. Inside was a single glowing star that floated up to the ceiling and gently lit her room like a nightlight. And from that day on, Kitty always kept a tiny mailbox beside her bed, just in case another secret letter from the stars arrived. Because now she knew a little kindness can travel across the sky, and even the quietest voices deserve to be heard.